Game 5.
He could go 4 sets. He could have 4 sets by the end of this weekend if he's able to get the win on the winner's side. And that's wild to think about, that there's the possibility that across 4 different sets they could play, like, in theory, 20 games, but clearly that didn't happen. But that's insanity.
It's the beautiful the round robin format. And we're on Apocalypse here, and he is opening up with the Caspian to go up against Use on the Vector.
Yep, this was the question, and of course that is the answer. He's sticking with the Caspian that he warmed up against Knees in the Elimination Finals, now in the Grand Finals. And Use sticking with the bow a little bit here. He's been swapping to the Lance a lot in his matchups, but it looks like he wants the bow for a little while.
Yeah, and that's reasonably surprising because we've seen stats like the 610 lance damage to the 0 on the bow, right? Like sometimes he just doesn't pick it up in a matchup. Godly doing well with that sider there, punishing that side signature, and reversal opportunity. Use doesn't get it. This time he could. Weapon throw goes right over Godly's head, and Godly goes for a side stick in the landing, and uses to give it to him. Both players looking for that reversal on the side of the stage.
Okay, what's the final hit going to be? Tries to go for a reverse recovery. Godly does not fall for it and manages to get the weapon throw. Tries to use the gravity cancel Ensig to gain a little bit of extra height, but still get clocked by the weapon throw from Godly and loses the stock.
Whoa, a ground pound coming out there. Gets quickly hit by that side light. Yeah, that weapon throw was great. Godly adjusting for Use jumping back after that neutral signature. I feel like Use thought he had to get out of the way, but Downsig comes through there, doesn't get that knockout. Weapon throw. He was trying. He was trying to hit him in that recovery into it. And is Godly going to fall? No. Makes it back to the stage.
Oh, so underneath.
It was like the charge of the lance brought his hit back.
Yeah. It does like move you a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's literally why it dodged it. I was like, how did that not hit?
Felt very like dodging wires to trip off an alarm. You know, just so close, but not quite.
All right, even up the stock count. Godly could hit a few strong hits here. Now, I haven't seen him be too confident with the side sigs. Yeah, let's see if Use can get hit by them yet. Oh no, he's not going to do it. Okay, let's just focus on what Use is going to do here. I think Use is being much more mindful around the signature kit of Godly.
Side sig.
I guess it's hard to dodge that sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like it's a move that I think, just based off of the way it animates, you think there might be like a dead zone in the middle or something, but it's like he's throwing something.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, like you're thinking of like a blaster side light that just actually travels the entire move. And
that's what makes it hard.
Knocks out after it connects automatically. Yeah, that's when you think of it that way, wow, that's a really good move.
So right there, doesn't get the recovery. Good dodge down from Godly. Tried to go for a punish there. Sair from Use, not quite enough.
Oh, has
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
He was sweating there, so I guess he had to dodge. That was rough. That was a great edge guard from Use.
Oh, okay, he wants to keep the Rocket Lance there. For a second there, I was like, did he want the bow, didn't grab it? But no, I actually think he was just delaying the Rocket Lance grab, maybe? Either way, I think we've seen him play probably the most to bow. We've seen him play in a little bit here, but Godly on these gauntlets getting clocked up. This isn't traditionally a good matchup for the gauntlets.
Oh, he goes for the recovery there, just barely misses. Goes for weapon throw, picks it up. Doesn't get anything off of that side light, and the recovery disarms Use. So Use has to go, I think, is it a lance that's been primed here?
Yes, it is.
We won't find out, though.
Yeah. There's the weapon spawn on the right. Yep, there's the lance. No weapon.
Oh, I thought he was going to
there.
Oh, what is he edge guard with? Weapon throw?
Oh, no, reverse recovery.
He's so good.
That's sick. I wanted the down sig. I did. It might have worked there, but that was infinitely a smarter and better play.
Dude, it Use is like the last player that I think would go for that. Just like...
He did do one today.
I guess that's true. I guess that's true.
It didn't hit though, but
I did not catch that live, regrettably. But he's really back. He's thinking about it. You could see that moment where Use is taking a deep breath and going, "I am 2 games away from winning the Spring Royale." And Godly, okay, he is just like it's diamond head or bust. That's what it's feeling like. I feel like even if it goes up 2-0 in Use's favor, we're going to be seeing this legend the rest of the set.
And that last game was close. It was incredibly close. So I think Godly's definitely just like, the legend is not the issue here. I just need to kind of tidy up my gameplay and I can bring this home.
Ooh, that's a punish.
Oh, yeah, that's a good punish too. Use being a little too, it's not even predictable, it's just reactable in that case, right? Godly just waiting for him to get back to the stage and he chooses to travel off the side of the wall to neutral sig. Whoa, the dare hits him as he goes for the neutral sig himself. I just saw the blasts. Oh, low on jumps, but he gets the hit, so they refresh.
Whoa, right behind it, charges it up.
So many sigs.
Yeah. Yeah, Vector on Lance, I'm realizing, doesn't really have a good, like, instant punish off of a sig whiff, right? Like, you can't just side sig Caspian missing side sig. It just takes too long, so he had to go just for damage there.
You have to go for like a side light, and at that point, you're just playing Rocket Lance. You're not playing Vector, you know?
Yeah, yeah. The benefit that you get from the vast mobility of his signatures is that none of them are actually very good stacks.
Yeah. Oh man, and Godly just waits for the spot dodge and gets a nice end-light recovery for his troubles. Looking pretty good here. I think he can take like a hit depending on what the hit is, but he's just getting, oh yeah, he can totally survive that.
Oh, the weapon throw doesn't go down low enough, and Hughes waits out Godly's recovery there, picks up a fresh lance. Means Bo is primed here, and Godly gets stared away, so Godly is going to have Katars coming up on up next to fight against Hughes here. He's at a slight deficit.
And he primes up a lance now. There's the weapon spawn on the right side. Godly's going to make his way over to it, picks up Guitars. Nice, just jump nair, takes some space away from Hughes, but just start putting some more damage out. Okay.
Oh, the recovery off the top almost works out. That side stick would have just knocked out. At any point in the stage now, it will. I would not be surprised to see Godly go for it again off of a landing. And Hughes, if he plays around that nicely with those pivot nairs, that could work out really well for him. Down air hits. Side air came so close. How did he dodge around these
so
down
good.
I can't believe
He's
it.
so good.
He's literally so good.
Wow.
I don't understand how he does this over and over again.
He gets
weaved through so much.
He dodged. Yeah, the least impressive part of that was him getting the stock, which was still really impressive. Like that was incredible. And now Godly has to bring it back to even, have a chance to not go to match point.
Oh man, do you think Godly can do it? I mean, so far, kind of taking a little bit of damage, but not in the danger zone quite yet, but needs to find this stock off of Hughes right now, and there's no one over there, Godly.
Yeah, he's just hoping, like, maybe Lance dash jump side air. Like, why not?
I see Sid Remains do this.
Oh. Puts up the Qatar neutralite there. Hughes willing to scrap with them unarmed. Bo picked up. We haven't seen too much from this. He likes going for those neutralites stacked. Gravity gets a D-light side air, throws it away, picks up the lance. Godly weapon starved. D-light recovery will finally take him down. He has a chance here. Just like the match with Knees. I look at this and I go, okay, Caspian's technically not at a deficit. You get him in the orange, you hit a side stick, you're going to game 3 with a 1-1 scoreline. But Hughes is so good at playing around it.
Whoa, that could be a huge opportunity for Godly.
Got one jump. Got another jump. Has the recovery still, though. He was holding on to it, but that was a lot of damage to down sig.
He doesn't stop right there. A lot of players would have just gone back to center and refreshed the situation, but Hughes keeps it going. Godly still trying to fight his way back into this. Dodges the recovery. Doesn't jump into the side air. He's picking all the right options, but for how long? Doesn't jump again.
Disarmed.
Hughes is going to do it grounded next time. He has to watch out.
Oh, but here's Godly with the gauntlet. Side stick on the landing, could catch it.
recoveries.
There's the side stick, and he goes for it. Hughes was like, I've seen that before. Side air hits it, and Hughes so good around playing around that. We saw Hughes dip down just to immediately jump out of the way and be like, I just want to get you to use this move because of how much I've seen you go for it in these clutch situations. And that's like, I mean, I guess it's just Hughes being clutch too, but it's so cool to be able to see a player play so well around something that I feel like everyone knows is coming, but it's still really, really hard to play around.
I think this really just like a testament to the movement of Hughes, right? Like he did a lot of these dash jumps to try to bait, like you said, Godly was trying to catch that landing with that side sig, and Hughes ultimately was like, all right, I'm going to keep dash jumping, and once you throw it out, I'm already in the air, so I just got to fast fall side air and take game number 2. Hughes is 1 game away from bringing it home to the South Americans.
You are right, Taza. No Kaya to be found. We are riding or KOing, I guess, off of the Diamond Head here, but
I feel like I'd have to see Godly win an online championship with it first before I'd believe that he'd pull it out at LAN. But maybe there's still a chance, right? Like, we get this through a bracket reset, anything can happen. But he's got to win 3 games in a row, and every single time he's had a lead with this Caspian, and then Hughes brings it right back with the craziest movement we've ever seen. And Duke, you highlighted that first time. I think that's it. That was fantastic. Godly might be bringing this to game 4, but Duke, outside of Hughes, like going down there, you were highlighting that Hughes' movement is really what's carrying him in these games because it's what he's using to dodge all of these attacks that Godly's been putting out.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got crazy movement. Like he, per his own admission in that interview, was calling himself passive. Like he likes to use kind of defensive movement and bait out actions and then punish. I don't think he's like that passive to really call himself that.
Or whatever passive for SA.
That's what he's saying.
Like, in South America, this is passive play. And you're like, what? Oh, okay, fine, whatever you want. Oh, that down was almost so good. But Godly has got the best lead that we've seen him have against Hughes, I think, all day.
Oh. Okay, that was a close recovery. Almost got that one. Godly, though, looking the best he has, as you were saying, and maybe might be able to go up 3-1 here. Throws out a Sig. Does not connect.
Yeah, that down Sig was hoping for a lot there, and the Sarah does take it down here. So what miracle does he use pull through this time to take the stock lead? I don't know. I think Godly's got pretty good control over this so far.
I don't know. He's like a light red. You know, he has stock to play with here.
Whoa! No, it doesn't.
Slide charge. That's 2 neutral sig knockouts. Godly's finally figured it out, because those are moves that I kind of wrote off as just you never hit those as Diamond Head. But now Godly's gotten them both to connect in very interesting ways too, and the gauntlet string just goes rolling along here. I thought Godly just gifted him that. I thought that was it, but he dodges through.
Man. And at this point, I'm just like, Use is absolutely wild on the Vector. A legend that no one else has really been playing, but Use showing, oh my, again, just narrowly. The amount of times it's been this close to connecting with Use's hurtbox and he just narrowly avoids the shards of Diamond have been baffling to me.
Oh, Nair's coming through, neutral sig hits. That was so close to knocking out. One more of those will do it, and Use is trying to get some extra damage here. Ground pound comes through. Okay, that's just a stock, actually. And Godly was like slightly active at the very end, but at that point, Godly was like, I'll just come back to stage. I'd rather have a fresh stock.
Yo, this is still technically Godly's tournament stock, right? Like, if Use steals this...
Oh, no way. No way. You guys are both the side of the stage. I was getting so ready to go to game 4, Duke, but actually...
It's still close.
Oh, it's so close.
Ain't not over.
There's no way Godly drops this, right, Flambeau?
I mean, there's totally a way.
He throws the weapon away.
There's totally a way. The one thing I've been saying is that South America has the clutch back there until the lady sings.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess...
We go to game 4.
Remixes.
We go to game 4.
Whatever.
I mean, it says a lot that we're game 3 in a best of 5, and we're pretending like that's the final game, right? Like that's it's pretty intense. And Use after that one,
pretending it could have been.
Yeah, he's thinking a little bit about how that game went through and how he's going to be going into game number 4. Because I mean, with how impeccable Use has been playing, I feel like being at a deficit for that long must have been like, he's like, I can't let this happen ever again, right? Like that's. We'll see what happens here at game number 4.
3, 2.
Still no swaps. It's all about that playstyle. And like, Godly got some amazing KOs with those neutral sigs, but part of me thinks that's not overly reliable, right? Like, he got some really good reads where Use was like high in the sky and just kind of caught the movement with the end sigs, but still.
Those were his one and done.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting those again. Or at least you're not like, I've cracked the code. It's neutral sig. No, that's not the case. Godly got some wicked reads. He's going to have to keep getting those as we go further into this set, because he's working his way to this reverse 3-0.
And it's going to be, you know, a tough task to accomplish. Granted, one thing about playing against Rocket Lance that, you know, you gotta keep saying is like, you gotta watch when you're jumping, right? A lot of times you end up jumping into those Rocket Lance Nairs, and Use has been playing off of that so much. And a lot of the previous sets, we actually saw those Nairs that he's going for now a whole lot more, but it seems like other games, geez, have been so side air centric. Can he get past?
Whoa, falls to that down air neutral-like. Gets that combo.
Okay.
Makes it back, and Use tries to go for a jump through or a dodge through read with that recovery. Throws the lance up just to see if Godly would react. Man, the footsies on this stock are crazy. Okay, the cider finally comes through, and Use brings that back. Godly had a really strong lead at the beginning of this game, and then Use just didn't get touched again until that unarmed recovery.
Yeah, I mean, he was just putting out the hurt, too. Like, he caught Godly so many times in the air. Even, like, he whiffed a GC Ensig and still managed to keep the pressure on top of Godly.
Yeah, the thing that's like really interesting to me is that Godly clearly wants to get more neutral sigs, but it feels like Use is always staying in a spot where he can fastball side air to punish something, and so he's always just a little bit too low that the N6 keep going over him.
Wow, that was a great call out from Godly there, though. Seeing Use drifting in and out, goes for the dash jump recovery. Takes Use right off the top, evens up the game 2-2, and only took like I think one lance snare of damage before Use gets that extra bit in there. And Godly waiting on the dodge, but doesn't go for the right punish. Oh, once again, misses, just went for that immediate sidelight, and Use is just getting out of every single one of Godly's strings.
Oh, jumps into the Sair there. It's just what we were talking about. You got to be careful with picking those moments. But with that said, Godly just doing such a great job maneuvering in and around. Like, he is staying like pretty much stacked-ish with Use to make it awkward to know which side to Sair to, and then punishing him for Sairing to the wrong side. It's really tough because he can't nair there because it doesn't hit stack.
Yeah, that was really good positioning from Godly, staying like right alongside Yuz, because like also like when they're floating, Lance really doesn't have a lot of options stacked when you're floating against someone. Godly over the gauntlets, he wants that recovery. I don't know if it'll KO just yet.
Oh, but you know what will? you know what move will knock out, dude?
You think a side sig?
I think it's side sig.
Oh,
That's
kind of the same.
That's the funniest side sig that you could have chosen there. I will admit, that is not the side sig I was talking about, but it counts.
We'll take it. I mean, Godly looking like this is going to go to a game 5 potentially, but Yuz has something to say about it as he gets the perfect Vector bow down sig right at the corner of the stage, because I feel like Vector's bow down sig, it's good, but I don't think it has as much force as like Orion's. I think it's a little bit on the lower end in terms of that damage.
Yeah, the benefit is just the reach that you get. With a move like this. So if you use it on the side of the stage, you make up for the lack of force with just that. It has a nice little bit of fixed knockback. But Yuz behind here. Godly has enough damage here where a lot of Caspian Sigs will just knock out. But Yuz, when he gets Godly's jump once to Sarah, I feel like 5 more will follow. Oh, it's close, Duke.
Backing away, Yuz getting some damage. This is final stock here for Godly. Game potentially get to game 5.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, math just failed me.
Oh, and he gets the edge guard here.
Oh. Wait, he does nothing?
He does nothing.
Wait,
he gets right
why
through the
was it
down.
tie?
Oh, the Ensa comes through, does not hit, only gets a down line. Both players looking for that last hard-hitting move. Sarah disarms Yuz. He's got nothing here. He gets the unarmed side light.
He has nothing, and Yuz does it!
It's over. South America is getting a trophy.
Wow, South America is able to do it with Vector to take the first LAN ever, ripped it right out of the hands of North America. EU got close, they almost got their tongue at it. They were like, no, that's my trophy, give it to me, and Yuz does it in such a calm fashion.
Yuz is the Spring Royale 2023 champion after triple eliminating
Triple.
Godly.
Wait, how about Yuz is the Spring Royale champion after not dropping a single set against the winners of multiple Spring championships in their region. They had people from EU, people from NA, also West from South America, and he didn't lose to any
He's
of them.
9-0, right? 7-0 from round robin, then wins.
And then what?
Winners finals and
Winners
grands.
finals, grand final. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.